Welcome back to Steve's Family Workshop. So today we're going to talk about the Enfield 1917 rifle. And I'm going to replace the extractor, remove it, replace it with a new one, and show you how I do that. Now, this rifle has been made safe. I felt for a round in the chamber. I also looked visually, and it's in no round in the chamber. Bolt is open. So I know this rifle is safe. The first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to remove the bolt. And to remove the bolt, you're going to pull out right here on this spring and make sure it's out of the way, and your bolt will just come right out. Okay. Now, if you feel in here and your extractor doesn't reset, it's a good chance that the spring is broken or it's been modified and it's just not strong enough to extract around. This is what I found when I first shot this rifle. So I'm going to zoom into this area now so we can get a closer picture. What we're going to do, to give you an idea, is we're going to clamp here. I have a clamp and it has protective covers on it, so it's not going to damage anything. And this is going to squeeze the spring here. Then I'm going to remove this set screw, and then the whole mechanism where the extractor is will just come out. So I'm going to reposition the camera so we can get a better look at that. Okay, so now we're going to take the clamp, and I'm just going to clamp against the other side of the receiver. Okay, just a little bit of pressure, you don't need a lot. And I'm going to take this screw out. It's best if you can find a blade that's very, very close to it. You don't want to strip this out. Obviously, the screw is probably well over 100 years old. And just be very gentle when you take it out. And it's really not in there super, super tight, as you can see. And when you take this out, you're going to notice that there's a point on here that lines everything up when you put it in. It's basically like a shoulder bolt. This is smooth right here, and then you have your threads down there. So I'm just going to put this to the side for now. And then when I release this clamp, the whole thing will spring open. Okay. And then I'm just going to pull this apart. You might have to finagle it just a little bit to get it out. Now there's 3 pieces here. This is your spring right here. And this is the broken extractor. See, they modified it with a coil spring on here. This is what the original extractor looks like. Has this little leaf here. And then you have this housing which holds everything. This little hook that's right here, this is going to hook here, so you can see how it doesn't come out, and that's the spring for the extractor, and that keeps your bolt in place. So what we're going to do is you have to put this with the spring on the inside, okay, and then that's your extractor. Your holes will be basically lined up like that, and then we're going to have to finagle this part of the spring in there so it hooks with the actual extractor in place, and that can be a bit cumbersome to do. So, all right, so I have that in place now. You can see it's flat, and I'm going to push the extractor up where it goes, and so now it's basically lined up. Spring is holding it back. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to slip this back in place. Now this little device there has to be parallel, so your spring goes into it like that. Now push on this a little bit nice and gentle with your fingers, make sure it's lined up because you don't want to force it. I'm going to put the clamp back on here and just bring it into place nice and gentle. So that's lined up pretty well. And I have this little piece of bamboo I just put in here and make sure it's lined up. All right, so now that we have that in place, we're just going to put this little screw. We're going to drop it in place. As I said before, it has a little pin on it. And we're just going to lay it in there, and then very gentle, we're going to turn it. It shouldn't be starting hard at all. It should just screw right in there. And you can see how easy that is. And then I'll give it one final, just till I'll turn till it just stops moving. Okay. And then I release the clamp. We're going to reinsert the bolts, and we should just be able to push this in like that, and it keeps the bolt locked in. Okay. And I'm going to put an empty case in there. So the case is empty. It's already been shot. And we're going to just lock it down in place. Okay. And then we're going to extract it. And you can see how well that worked. That's all there is to replacing the extractor in 1917 Enfield. So before I go, I would like to leave everyone with a few thoughts. Always keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction. Always keep your fingers straight and off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And always keep your firearms unloaded until they are in use. I hope everyone liked this video. I hope they found it helpful. It's something a little different from what we usually do. I greatly appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I look forward to seeing you on the range. Have a great day, and thanks for tuning in.